Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 of £2 coins we're going to be hunting through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value, but ideally new ones for the book. We just really need the Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland, because we do have a spot for the Navy Centenary with the flag era, but we've already got the Navy Centenary, so it's just a variant. If we get Northern Ireland, we're done and we'll be starting a new book. But to do that, we need to get into these coins and see if we find it today. Right then, into the first bag. We'll have a look, see what we've got. We start with a commemorative, Lord Kitchener. This is a fairly common coin, however there's a very rare and valuable error version, the mule error. So to check that, you need to flip it over and read the bottom. It says £2 there, so that is how it should appear in circulation. If you get a Lord Kitchener and it doesn't say £2 at the bottom of the obverse, there's a good chance that is the mule error. I say a good chance because it's not guaranteed, because I have seen a great example was someone who had a Lord Kitchener. The inner part had been pulled out and put in the wrong way around. So yes, technically it didn't say £2 under the Queen's portrait because someone had manipulated it after having been minted to look like that. I guess there's potential for it to be fake as well. So yes, things to look out for. That would be an amazing find though, and if you have found one, massive congratulations. Okay, otherwise this is Technologies, the standard definitive design used on £2 coins up until 2015. There are some lower minted Technologies years, but they're not desirable enough coins that I keep my eyes peeled for them. Another Lord Kitchener, another one that is not a mule error. I mean, the chances of finding that mule error are very, very unlikely. We don't actually know how many were made, bizarrely, and it's not like, well, the lifespan of a set of dies is about 500,000 coins that can be struck before they need to be replaced. So you would think it might be up to 500,000 of them, but so few have turned up. I struggle to believe that 500,000 were made and put out into circulation by mistake before they realised that. So the actual number of them, as far as I'm aware, has never been officially disclosed, but I don't think it's that many. We've got Brunel's Achievements, very nice design, but one of two Brunel £2 coins you'll find out in circulation, both of which are quite common ones to come across. There's another Lord Kitchener. Well, by the rule of third time's the charm, this has got to be a mule error, hasn't it? You find three, it's got to be. Sadly not. Lord Kitchener has decided to pick on me today, just to remind me that I don't have and never have found a Lord Kitchener mule error, but live in hope. Eventually, if I keep hunting, maybe I'll be lucky enough to find one. We have the abolition of the slave trade there, another fairly common circulating coin. There's an NIFC variant of that, an NIFC being a coin that was not intended for circulation. So in the annual sets, the abolition of the slave trade £2 coin does look a little bit different. It has a smooth finish on the inner part of the silvery bit of the coin, and the initials DG for David Gentleman, who designed it, to the bottom right of the 7 in 1807 and that design. So yeah, it's not hugely valuable, but it's interesting to look out for because it shouldn't be in circulation. Sometimes it's finding things that shouldn't be in our change, which is quite exciting. We have Charles Dickens there. Charles Dickens is fairly common. We do have a Charles versus Charles Cantor, Charles Dickens versus Charles Darwin. I can see we're wobbling around a little bit. I think my stand might be a little bit too close. Let me just, there we go, and just let's move these down a little bit. Professional videos as ever from Christopher Collects. Sometimes if the stand is pressed up against my table, it just wiggle and wobble, and I don't want anyone getting seasick watching my videos. Nothing there. Right, should we do an edge hunt? Nice and early. So what we're doing is reading the words on the edge of the £2 coins because it's unique to the design. If it says standing on the shoulders of giants, that's the definitive Technologies coin, but fourth one in from the right, what does that say? Oh, going out all over Europe will be another Lord Kitchener. What's going on? Well, it's not the right obverse for a mule error. 4 Lord Kitcheners. My goodness. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think there's anything else there. But yeah, if you learn your edge inscriptions, that's the way to spot an edge inscription error. which I have found one in the past, Shakespeare's Tragedies, which should say what a piece of work is a man, and the one I found said for king and country, which is very cool. But at the end of the video I will go through all of the coins, the commemoratives and the definitive technologies, just to check to see if we've missed any exciting errors, whether that is an edge inscription error, a rotation error or double die error. We don't find those kind of errors in every single £2 coin hunt, but I would say 1 in 5 videos we do. Oh, where have you gone? Jumping away? But no, the Lord Kitchen Mule error would be an amazing one to find, and I'm fairly confident it would be, that would topple my fried egg error as the coolest thing I've ever found in a coin hunt. But I don't know what the odds of finding one are, other than being very, very slim. There's a Guy Fawkes Gunpowder Plot, another fairly common design. It's hard to work out the sort of chances of finding one because we don't know how many are out there. At least with Kew Gardens, you know how many were minted. You can kind of guess the chances, but then again, I guess you can't. What you can't account for is how many have been taken out of circulation. There are some people that are those negative Nellies amongst us who say, "Oh, there's no point looking for Kew Gardens. All of them have been taken out of circulation." I absolutely disagree with that. I consistently get messages from people saying that they found a Kew Gardens 50p, which is always exciting to hear. So they are still out there. They're just oh no, oh, so close, so desperately close. It's a Commonwealth Games, but as you can see, it's Wales, not the Northern Ireland we are after. That being said, it's an amazing coin to find, so I'm not disappointed to having found this coin. Slightly disappointed it's not a Northern Ireland, but we won't grumble at that. This must be Commonwealth Games number 6 or 7. I think we found 3 which haven't gone into the book, so 4 plus 3, so that might be 7. The counter will be what you can rely on, because the first 3 we found, it might be number 6 actually. Anyway, the first 3 we found were all unique ones. Ah, that was so close, so close. Brunel's portrait there, that is the other Brunel. We found his achievements first, and then VE Day anniversary, no rotation error. Oh, that was so close for a moment. My heart skipped a beat, thinking, is it going to be that Northern Ireland? Is it going to be the Northern Ireland? Oh my goodness. Well, it feels like it's not how luck works, but we waited a long time to find a Commonwealth Games. We found one and it's not that, so I feel like, ooh, we've got to go through that all over again to find the Commonwealth Games. Right, Army Centenary, no rotation error, edge inscription for king and country, as it should appear in circulation. There are some error coins where I look for the error during the hunt, and I'll show you. Ones that we know that are out there. But everything else I will flip through and have a look. Trinity House there, another very nice one, but again, not the most desirable coin that you can find in your change. Ah, Commonwealth Games Wales. We were so close, that could have been it. Could have been a new book. Next video, or next £2 coin hunt would have been a new book otherwise. Army Centenary, no rotation error, no edge inscription error. Worth pointing out though, if that had been the Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games, the rest of these coins would not have been the start of the next book. I like, when I finish a book, I'll finish that hunt and we start the next book in the next video. I like nice clear cuts, and so starts and finishes. I call it double dipping if you start a new book after having finished your first book in the same video, but if that's how you want to collect, you're more than welcome to do that way. That's just my own self-imposed rules. All the World's a Stage, Shakespeare's Comedies, it's the rarer of the 3 Shakespeares. No edge inscription error on that though. But no, I covered that recently. Someone asked the question, which I used for one of my 10p Q&A, well, in my 10p coin hunts where I do a Q&A over them. But no, that's the rules, that's how it works. Well, my rules at least. Not that you have to conform to my rules. And if other coin tubers doing their hunts, if they do double dip, then that's entirely their own prerogative. There is no rule book on how you should and shouldn't collect. Oh dear, well, we are down to the last bag. Last chance saloon. Again, we can't grumble having found a Commonwealth Games. Wales or any other one would have been exciting regardless. As usual though, you'll find links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come and join me and other coin collectors over on Discord. There's also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you'd like to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, the company I work for as my day job, so please do check them out too. I'm just going to go through all these coins now and see if I've missed any exciting error coins. Well, unfortunately no exciting error coins to be had. I still can't believe how many times Lord Kitchener trolled me today. 4 times he trolled me, not being the mule error. However, we won't grumble because star find, Commonwealth Games Wales. Unfortunately, nothing that's new for the book, but that's the way it is when we get down to just the 1 coin left. We'll keep on hunting and hopefully we'll find it. But there we go. If you've had an exciting £2 coin in your coin hunts or in your change recently, let us all know what coins you've been finding too. And all it leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.